Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're at Daytona in the Audi GT3 car for a track ride. This lap was done with a fixed setup and it felt very good to drive here. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. First I'll show you the Hotlap, then I'll do the guided lap. Let's get into it. Turn 1 I brake just after the yellow board on the right and use second gear. I stay to the right in the first part of the turn to prepare for a late apex. I trail brake to the barrier on the inside and gradually come back on throttle to avoid TC engaging and losing time. Because you're braking and turning at the same time initially, the ABS can engage, therefore you can't brake as hard as you normally would be able to. It's important to be smooth with the steering here as it's very easy to lose the car. For the first hairpin I brake as the 100 board leaves the screen. I use second gear here and take a late apex. I stay around the middle of the track on entry whilst trail braking and apex at the end of the yellow curve. This is also when I begin to come back on throttle. For the exit you can run all the way out to the curb as well. Due to the line that you take here, it can leave you vulnerable on the inside, so be wary of this in the races. This left-hander is easily flat in GT3 cars. I turn in the end of the dirt patch on the right and am smooth with my steering to not scrub any speed. If you do find yourself going side by side through here, it may be a slight lift. For the second of the two hairpins, I brake around a car's length after the grass ends on the left. I use second gear again here, as in this car, it has much better traction than first gear. My peak brake pressure is around 80%, and on the entry, I follow the darker line in the middle of the track. I turn in aiming for just after the start of the yellow curb on the inside. Once the car begins to straighten up, I get back on throttle. I use the yellow curb as a guide to where my car should be on the exit. I get a slight snuff of oversteer on the exit, but it doesn't cost me too much time. For this left-hander, I brake at the second set of cones on the right. I use second gear and take a late apex to get a good run onto the oval. I get back on throttle just after the inside curb and open up the steering very early to carry more speed. For the bus stop I brake at the yellow board and use fourth gear. I turn in at the 1 board and trail off the brakes very quickly to keep the car stable. I cut all of the first curb and just the yellow part of the second and third curbs. On the exit, if you go on the grass you'll get an off track and maybe a slowdown if you cut too much. Your line through this chicane is very important for lap time as it exits back onto the oval, so make sure you practice it lots. So that was a lap of Daytona. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll leave you the third person lap to the end of the video.